This is an introduction to learning with Twitter using a tool called Tweetdeck. And I'm Jason Paddock, and this is intended for the educators in Spartanburg 2, but of course the same ideas would apply to anyone. So first off, this is Tweetdeck, and it's just tweetdeck.twitter.com if you want to use the tool. It is connected to your Twitter account. So what we are assuming has already happened is you've created a Twitter account and you've gone to TweetDeck and you've signed in. So at this point, we're signed in, and one thing that you'll notice is when you look at Twitter by itself, you see one column at a time. In TweetDeck, you can look at multiple columns, which makes using Twitter a lot more powerful and easy, in my opinion. So we'll take a look at a couple of these columns. First off, we just have home. So this is basically what a regular Twitter feed would look like. All the people that you're following and all the things that they're posting would come through here. This next one is mentions. So this is anyone that makes a Twitter post that mentions me in it. And a lot of times these are responses to things that I've tweeted, or people that just know that I'm interested in something, so they post my name into whenever they post. Then you can follow ideas as well. And typically the way we follow those ideas is through the form of hashtags. So a hashtag is going to be that hashtag # and some sort of term. And the thing that's important about this is the term is not created by an institution and they have the rights to it or anything like that. In most cases, these are just ad hoc terms that a group of people agree to. They start posting resources to that hashtag and then other people get on board. The reason why that's important is, let's say, for example, we create a hashtag and I want to start using the hashtag S2EdTech. If we start using that, we can begin sharing resources and people can follow the hashtag without necessarily following all the people posting to it. However, if some other location that was also in S2 decided they wanted to start using that hashtag, then they could as well. So no one owns the rights to it. You can't necessarily control it. However, typically when people are creating their hashtags as a group, they will look to see if other people are already using one before they start using it. So just keep in mind, you don't own or control the hashtag. It's just a way of marking a text so that other people can follow it real easily. All right, so let's make all that make more concrete sense. So here's one up here I'm following called Ed Reform. So these are people that are interested in changing education, making education work better, which is something I'm personally and professionally interested in. So all these people have posted about various things, and they have the hashtag EdReform in it. And the beautiful part about this is this can be anyone's take on ed reform. So this could be someone that is, for example, very supportive of something like Common Core, or people that are very critical of Common Core. This particular one is protesting the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. However, there are probably people that are posting things in support of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And what's great about that is these become true dialogue. No one controls, no one has a particular viewpoint, and so you get to see various people's take, various research, various ideas and articles. And you'll also notice that most of these posts have some kind of link in it. So here's an EdWeek link over here, an NPR link. So what you're getting in these feeds is a lot of articles that people are posting, and not just some sort of silly comment or somebody ranting or raving about something. And just kind of scan through. Again, almost all these have some sort of link in here that they're sending you to. So when you're following people, especially when you're following an idea like this, a lot of times it's not just that person's idea that they're fitting into 140 characters, but it's research and articles that these people are reading. Another way to look at that is if you think of any given topic there's probably thousands of articles and resources online that address that topic. And you would never have the opportunity to read all of those yourself. Something like this, where you have thousands of people also interested in the idea and posting things about it, are basically vetting all of those articles for you and passing along the ones that they think are the most interesting and compelling. So it's not just a matter of sharing, but it's also helping you get through all of the stuff that's on the internet and help you find the most interesting articles about that topic. And you can create and get rid of these. Sometimes I'll create one just to follow a news story, and after a couple of weeks I'll take the column down. And just to show you how easy it is in something like Tweetdeck, on the left hand side here there is add a column, and just to pick something timely, I'm just going to put on here the football draft, even though it's not necessarily a professional thing. And I'm going to take away hashtag, and I'm just going to put NFL draft. And instantly, there's a lot of people posting things about the draft. I can add that column. And any person that's posting something about the NFL draft in their tweet will start flowing in here into this feed. So just to show you how that works, it's live now, and you can see tweets coming in. But that's not the type of thing that I necessarily want to follow, so I'm going to get rid of it now. And it's just click remove, and it's gone. So I can add these columns as needed. Very, very simple. I can follow people if I want. So if there's one person and I just want to see all their tweets independently, I might put them in a column by themselves. And then the last thing to remember about Twitter is it's much more about you going to Twitter whenever you feel the need to find some information. It's very different from something like email, where you feel like you have to read all of the email. Twitter is, there's no one that I know of that tries to read everything that all of the people they follow post. Instead, it's more like going to a stream, drink a little bit, and then you go back and go about your business. And then when you're thirsty, you go back to the stream and you drink a little bit. So, great place to find other educators, maybe in different parts of the world, doing some of the same things you are or interested in the same ideas. You can build connections. So, for example, if I notice that this person right here was somebody that I want to follow, I can click on his profile, check out what else that he's normally tweeting, and if it looks like a lot of these tweets are going to be something that I want to keep paying attention to, I can choose to follow him. And the other thing that happens is as you follow people, you can reply to things that they tweet, and a lot of times they'll start following you. And in that way, you can build your relationships with people through Twitter. So what your end result is, sort of an ideal result, is you've got a bunch of people that you're following professionally to give you lots of different resources. You're doing some things to maintain relationships with some of these people and build professional relationships. And then you're following the ideas that are important to you and coming across resources that you likely wouldn't have in any other way unless other people that were like-minded posted resources to these hashtags. And finally, just remember to participate. It's all well enough, good enough to just sit back and watch what other people post, but Twitter is very much about a dialogue and about people benefiting from what other people are thinking about in the articles that they're reading. So if nothing else, just post an article with maybe just what the topic is. You don't even have to comment on it if you don't want, because that's just not the type of person you are. Just post a link, say what it's about, and offer it out to people. And in that way, everyone can kind of benefit from the group collectively going through materials and finding useful things for people on the internet. So that is how I use Twitter, using a tool called Tweetdeck, making it very easy for me to find information and follow different things, and helps me do a lot of my own professional learning.